Hi everybody, welcome to Gunpla TV.
Hey guys.
Brought to you by HobbyLink Japan. This is episode 153.
153, Sid.
That's right. I hope everybody enjoyed the live stream we did last week.
Yeah, we had 1,500, 1,600 comments just during the live stream.
Yeah, and
in future, if you want to chat to us, make sure you catch it. Sorry it's at a strange time, but...
strange time for you guys, not for me.
Yeah, for us it's a normal day.
Yes, so we did build the Z-GAW apart from one part I had issue with, which is the feet. But I figured that out shortly after we turned off the camera, and I'm going to talk about that on the show today and tell people kind of what to look out for when they get there, so they don't struggle like I did.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and it being Thursday, Gundam Day today, we had some stuff arrive. But before we talk about the kits that came in, let's talk about the stuff that just went up on our site. Okay, a lot of people have been commenting on previous episodes, asking us what we thought about the just kind of released information regarding the G-Reconguista suits, and they are up on our site now.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are, and we're going to start with the G-Self, the main suit from that new series. What do you think,
Some
Ryan?
people like this, some people don't. Some people think we're moving backwards.
When I see it from certain angles, I like it. Like, I like the torso and the shoulder look, and I don't like the backpack. It's just too ale-strike for me, I think. I would have liked if they kind of changed it, but it's definitely unique enough.
He's slim, like he's slender.
The question is going to be if they, if Bandai brings in some kind of new frame design with these kind of kits, because they might, being a new series, we might discover that they're actually working on redesigning some elements of the HG line, and then maybe there's lots of enjoyment. But there's other Reconguista.
So this
kits
is
in
the
there.
G-Self.
There's a G-Self. There is the G-Arcane.
G-Arcane.
Look at that big thing she's hauling around. I think it's a she simply because of her color, but
orange is not a
who
good
knows?
color.
Who knows?
All right. That's quite cool. The
G-Arcane, looks like it's going to transform. Yeah, there you go. All right, the Montero, the Crim.
Crim?
Do we say Nike Custom here? Can I say Nike on the show?
Say Nike?
Crim Nike Custom. Then, yes, he's a space pirate apparently. I don't know. It does remind me a little bit of the Age 2, crossed with the 00 maybe. The Riser.
Is that a dual-bladed lights?
Yeah, a little Darth Maul there for you.
Yeah, wow.
All right, and the Grimoire. This reminds me of an act guy in some ways.
I like the pod in the middle.
Yeah,
it's cool.
it comes apart, so it's got that little pod in the center. That's going to be pretty fun to build, I think. But it's going to take me a while to get used to seeing these things.
Actually, so before we move on, what do you think about the show? We read a bit of a synopsis.
I read the first line saying it's aimed at kids. I didn't really read past that.
I read about the space elevator, and I'm like, well, I like space elevators.
Yeah,
so I'm okay.
Watch it. All right, now these are more appealing to me, the Gundam Build Fighters kits. Season 2 is on its way. They're busy making it right now, and they're now releasing the first wave of kits from that series. And we see the Build Burning Gundam here. It's going to come with some fire.
Kind of a cool effect.
Fire. It looks like it's going to be quite posable.
Yes.
Yeah. We are going to get the powered GM Cardigan, and this guy looks like a big bulky beast. Look at that stuff. It almost reminds me of the Thunderbolt GM with all that extra stuff hanging off of it. That is kind of cool.
Yeah, the shields are really cool.
And the Lightning Gundam. This also looks good. And there's going to be a separate backpack that comes as well. I think they call it the Lightning Backpack. But the Lightning Gundam does look a little Zeta-ish. It does look pretty good. And
the name of the show is Gundam Build Fighters Try.
Yeah.
So, I guess they're going to try to get better.
All right. All right, looks like coming this fall, we're going to have a whole slew of HG kits at least. I'm interested to see what MG kits will be announced in the near future.
Yes.
But Ryan, we did have a couple items arrive today.
I don't know, the people who first started watching when I got on the show, I was always on about the big kits.
I like big things.
I like the big things, and I do not like manuals. You know what I got?
It's a Freudian thing.
Talk to my mom about it.
Yeah.
This is the kit.
There you go. The Domelaze or whatever. The Great Imperial Garmelas Astro Fleet.
Domelaze. First class Astro Combat Vessel Domelaze.
Now we saw this at the Shizuoka Hobby Show.
And it looks very cool done up.
Actually, we almost kind of missed it because we were kind of working our way around the Gundam. And then we just see this massive thing on display over on the Yamato side. We're like, what is that? We run over there and made sure we got some footage of that. But it's here now, Ryan.
Yeah, so let's look inside.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. The third.
Can you do it? Can you open this thing?
The third.
Good things come in threes. Okay.
Yep.
3.0, baby.
Okay, so as you can see, it is
Look at the
large.
size of those pieces.
Yeah, it's
It's like this Neo Zeon all over again.
Yeah. So it'll probably be a quick build.
Yeah.
So yes, you have very. Actually, I like this kit. These big pieces are.
There's a lot of detail on those pieces.
Yeah. I mean, if you did like some kind of coat to get in all the grooves.
If you did like say the O or the Neo Zeon, you got these big pieces, but there's
That's
no
the
way
base.
they have the details this does.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's like PG base.
Yeah, there's the manual. Which we don't. Oh, okay. Maybe you can get some of that. But yeah, there's a lot of detail in here. Let me see if I can actually find a. No stickers.
Look on the other side.
Okay, so. Oh no, here we go. There's a few. Very basic. But yeah, I think this would be we could do a live stream, 10 minutes, until it'd be done.
Yeah. I don't know, I've never built it before. It might take me 20.
So there we go.
That's quite sizable.
The Domelaze. Yeah, it is massive. Those pieces are huge.
Yeah.
And the box is even bigger. But okay, Sid, what do you got?
I got something significantly smaller than that,
That's what
but
she said.
nonetheless cool. It is the Gundam Air Master. I just caught that. It's the Gundam Air Master. One of the ones that we saw on display with the HGs, like the build fighters and stuff like that. But it's not a build fighter kit. It's from what series already? Gundam X. So here's the Air Master. And let's have a look at it, because it's been a while since we had a Gundam X kit on the show. Now the Air Master is meant to transform into its fighter mode and its mobile suit mode. So, you know, it's not going to be like a whole bunch different from what we normally see with those kind of HG kits. It's going to be part swapping for the most part. And you can see the frame runner here is quite sizable for an HG kit, but it does come with the weapons on there too as well, and the extra hands. And there's the polycaps. Not many polycaps used in this kit actually. And extra parts for, for that fighter and whatever else here. And a bunch of red, for those of you who like red. I don't know, Ryan, what do you think of, say, the colors on the Air Master?
I like it.
I actually don't mind it. You see red and white Gundams quite often, but not kind of this style. So I'm excited for this guy.
It reminds me of like a red pair of Nike Airs. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. It's
The Air Master. Do you think it has a Step Master as well, or is it
the Step Master, the Air Master, the Ab Master? I always think Wish Master, Night Wish. Okay, we're going to talk about the RGZ now.
RG? Yes.
And
It is done.
it is done. It is here. We pretty much had it built on the live stream.
Yeah, Sid was there. Like it was just like 2 minutes after we finished. He was like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
I figured it out. Yes, so
I was like,
we'll talk about the entirety of the kit and what I think people should see that are really interesting and what I want to show you.
Yeah.
But first we'll tackle this foot here, and we'll try to save people some pain and some time. Let me get ready. All right, now before I extol the virtues of the RGZ Gawk and what's cool and what to watch out for, we're going to talk about the feet. We're going to go right into that because embarrassingly, I must admit, I had a problem with it right out of the box when we did the live stream. And it wasn't only until after, when I can go back to it and discover kind of where the tricky part was, that I was able to fix the problem. So I'm going to put this guy over here, and you can see I've got a foot, and you can see I've got all the parts for the foot, and I'll talk specifically about where I made a mistake and where I hope to prevent you guys from making a mistake. Now, the first, when you get this on the runner, it comes like this. Easy enough. You cut it off, you'll tilt this up, and you spin it around, right? From there, you put on the first piece of armor, which is this piece. Now, I didn't realize at the time how far it was supposed to go. What happened was I was pushing it on here, and can you see that? And I get to about here, and it starts to be, tough to move. I'm getting this resistance, and I think, wow, this is a pretty tight fit. But I still have a ways to go. You can see the frame here. Now, if you do not have this on completely straight, you're going to run into this kind of resistance earlier rather than later. But you kind of have to persevere. And what I did is I got it until it was flush. And I looked at it and I thought, okay, I did it. If it's not straight, you're going to start seeing kind of gaps in here. You got to watch out for those. But I thought, all right, it's done, because the amount of force I had to do to get it into that position was pretty significant, and I thought I'd done it. But when I went to put this part on, people who were watching the live stream, you could see that, well, this doesn't work. This just doesn't work. And I looked at it and I tried to figure out what is going on. Is this just a mistake with a part, similar to maybe the HG Zeta Plus that came out? And it turns out, no, it's nothing like that. It's actually just me not paying enough attention. It wasn't until I turned this over this way that I could see this gap here. And you see that?
Mm-hmm.
And there's this little tab in here. So that kind of shows me, well, I'm not done pushing here. I have to push it even more. But it's kind of difficult to actually get in here to push it properly due to this frame here. So what I ended up doing is popping this entire piece off. Now, it is a ball joint, so you'll be able to pop it on and off anytime you want. Of course, ideally, you don't want this thing to come apart, but being a ball joint, you can do that. So what I did is I popped it off, and then I could actually like have a better view of what I'm doing here, so I can push, and I can actually get my finger against this ball joint and push it all the way. And once I pushed it all the way, well, then it was easy enough to get that part on there. Now, if you don't push it all the way in, like you think you've got it all the way in, but you don't, you will see that there will be this little gap right on the seam line, kind of like this. There's this little gap on the seam line. It means I didn't push the frame all the way in. You have to really, really push it to make sure you got it there. And while I have this foot here, I have to assemble, I might as well show you these cool things, like check out this propeller.
Yeah, that is cool.
It is cool. You pop it on there, and it's meant to go in place like this. So you think, oh, well, it might come off. But the fit is actually really, really good, much like, you know, this piece here. And it doesn't come off at all. So then you drop this into the bottom of the foot, and it will actually move a little bit. Remember, this is an amphibious suit, so he's going to change the angle that he's moving at when this propeller changes its position. But it won't go so much when you start putting the back armor part on here. So this is the back of the foot. And I can take my frame. Now it's just a breeze. Remember, this RG kit, it's not all that complicated. I guess once you get past the foot part anyway. Because you should be able to do this in a couple hours, I think, would be more than enough. I mean, regrettably, I didn't have it finished in the couple hours because of that foot issue. But once I, knew that, the next time I had to go and do it, it was much easier. So I'll just pop this last little bit on here. I have another foot. Now I've got the RG Z-Dock. This is the live stream one here. I've got a second one that I built. Now, cool things about the Z-Dock I want to mention to people here. This is a totally new design frame for the RG. It pivots in several places along the arm, so you can actually, and the legs, so you can get quite a bit of like articulation, and it goes side to side in multiple places as well. So you are able to like get this thing doing some pretty funky stuff, should you want to, right? It's actually quite cool. I'll take this part off here. And because of that, it's got some different pieces of armor that are needed to move to accommodate that. So if you look at, say, for example, this is the arm. When you try to start to bend it to get it, using this kind of bend on the arm, this armor piece has to move as well. And it'll just drop right back in there when you bend the arm back. It's very cool. And the same goes for this leg piece here. You can see when you bend the leg, this piece here, which covers up that frame, when you bend the leg, it kind of tucks right in there and disappears. That's kind of cool. It's always cool to see, I think anyway, when you watch or when you build an RG, just how articulate the frame is. But all the armor has to move as well when you start bending that frame. And that was the big appeal for the real grade line when they first brought out the RX-782, is that the armor was moving around as the frame moved. And speaking of moving around, check out these engines, I guess they are. They have propellers in there too. And you tilt them this way, they'll only go this far. But as he's in an amphibious suit, he's going to be going in this direction. And you can tilt them back the other way, and they'll both go the same amount, so they look good, and they'll be going this way. And there's actually a little tab in here that goes in this groove to prevent you from going too far, because if this groove wasn't here, these things would kind of flopping all over the place. But they've done a good job of just making them kind of restricted, as you would expect from an amphibious suit. And probably the thing that we need to mention is the hands. Now, there's one hand, and here is the other hand. You get to swap them. You can use a 3-clawed hand, and you have a 4-clawed hand. Ooh, now, the 3-clawed hand, actually, this frame part comes as part of the RG runner. So you cut it off, and then you bend it, and it's pretty stiff. which is good because you will be able to kind of open and close these without them kind of flopping loosely around. Unfortunately, I guess you could use that word, when you build the 4-clawed hand, it's actually a whole new frame you're building. Like, you actually have to put this frame part together. These little fingers actually pop on and off, and because of that, they can be a little loose at times. So you might experience, if you wish to use your 4-clawed hand. Let me just put this back here. Come on, buddy. What you might experience is that some of these claws don't quite stay in the position you kind of wanted them to. But that's not so terrible. Okay. Line you up. Now, one thing I need to point out to everybody as I get this armor piece on and push it all the way in, you have to push it all the way in, is that you don't get enough claws to do both hands at the same time.
So you can't do 4-4.
Well, you can do 4 and 4, but then your three-handed or your 3-clawed hand will be missing some of the actual blades. Because they only give you 8 blades, which is 2 4-clawed hands at the same time max. So what happens is you'll be using, if you use a 3-clawed hand, you'll actually have kind of just this one extra claw. You cannot do both at the same time. I can do both at the same time because I have 2 Z-GOCs here, of course. Now, I'm pretty partial to the 3. I think it looks better, and because it's the RG frame, it's a little stiffer. But I'm sure there's lots of the 4-clawed fans out there. Let me just drop this guy back in here.
4-clawed or 3-clawed?
4-clawed or 3-clawed. Let's have a vote. Either way, they're both pretty awesome. Like, this RG is pretty awesome.
I think this is my favorite looking RG. It's just so cool.
It's different, right?
Yeah.
I know when they kind of announced the Z-GOC, people are saying, like, why Z-GOC? Like, there's a lot of suits that we haven't seen as a real grade yet. There's lots of like main mobile suits that we haven't seen as RG yet. And I think my answer to that question is Bandai gave us the Z-GOC because they wanted to see if they could do it. You know, for the first few RGs, we got pretty much the same frame over and over and over again. Just different armor was applied. But when the Zeta came out as number 10, that was a whole new frame. It's an RG. It shares a lot of the same kind of concept as the previous RGs, but it's an entirely new frame. And for Bandai to do a Z-GOC, they had to do an RG frame, but they had to make it do that kind of motion that the Z-GOC is famous for. Yeah. And in some ways, maybe they kind of challenged themselves to do it, and they did it. I mean, it works awesome. It's fantastic. I think it's a great kit. Now, we had somebody write to us and say that they were having problems with the stand adapter. Well, it does come with this little stand adapter. It is meant for an Action Base 2. What you do is you just kind of pop this on the top of the Action Base 2. But you have to put it onto the bottom of your Z-GOC. Look at that. Have to
He
put
does
on
yoga.
Yeah, that's right. It's like a little sand crab. You have to put on your Z-GOC a very specific way here. If you try to put it on, so this circular part is in the center, it's not going to stay on, of course. You have to flip that around. So I thought we'd test it here on the show and see kind of how it did here. If I put that on, the question is like, how secure is it? Because you're going to want this guy to go in like swimming poses. So I put it on, and well, as you can see,
that's secure.
He's being suspended by his whatever it might be there, and he does pretty good. Like, this stand adapter actually works pretty well. Now, if I'm doing like this, like actually trying to put all the weight kind of off of it, yeah, it might fall. But you have to position your stand so that it can kind of hold it. You'll get to a point where it's just too heavy. So if you're trying to position it kind of too much in a swimming pose, yeah, it's not going to work.
Or just glue it down.
No,
which you might not want to do.
Just have to know kind of which angle you're supposed to pose it at. That's all. But it does work. I mean, I showed it to you when I did this, right?
So Action Base 2 only, yeah?
Well, if you have the Action Base 1, it will come with an adapter that you can plug onto this adapter, and then you'll be able to use it. Okay. But this is meant for the Action Base 2, that one. But there you go. I guess that wraps it up for our look at the RG Z-GOC. So as you can see, the stand adapter works pretty good. He's pretty solid here.
I think we should just call him Zoidberg.
Call him Zoidberg?
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah,
Same
yeah,
color.
work.
Yeah, could work.
Yeah,
He has
that
got
could
a
work.
Z in his name, so
The
Zoidberg.
Seagogs, the Zoidberg.
The Zoidberg.
Yeah, the RG's Zoidberg. Now, you know what? You need someone to take this like RG frame, do a little bit of modding, and make a Zoidberg. That would be
Do it.
tops. That would be tops. Okay, let's get on to the comments and the questions and the awarding of Plamos to
Oh,
people.
yes. Don't forget, guys, we're still doing that.
We still give this stuff
We
away.
have a ton of stuff out there. Okay, first, Jaminox.
Yeah.
Made me laugh that Ryan was comparing his build times to movies and television shows.
Mm-hmm.
I do that all the time. I would say that I finished a model in about 4 King of the Hill episodes. I'm about to start a big build here soon with a bunch of friends. Bought a good amount of stuff from HLJ. So can't wait to build here soon. Well, thanks for buying from HLJ, mate, and enjoy your build.
Now, let's say we kind of get regular on this live stream stuff, in a 2-hour time slot. Let's go. People can say, oh, I built it in live stream number 5. And everybody would know what they're talking about. It's a new language.
I'm trying to think of which show I watched completely while building the PG. I think I watched Sun in Philadelphia.
Oh,
like
yeah. It's always
2 or 3
Philadelphia.
seasons, yeah.
Yeah. You need to get a series if you just
Yeah.
pile in the episodes for those big kids.
Well, you don't need to look at it.
And then it all just becomes like one thing. You don't know which episode is which. That's what happened to me.
Next,
Yep.
Thor Roller.
Mm-hmm.
Keep up the good mood, Ryan, and said every time I feel down, this is the best way to make me feel better.
That's cool.
Thanks, mate.
You brighten someone's day, Ryan.
Yeah, we really enjoy doing this, actually.
Yeah.
We do really enjoy it. Ray.
Mhm.
Ray of Sunshine. Finally a review of the Neo Zeon. I've been waiting for a decent review of this monstrous kit. Thanks, Sid. By the way, Sid, when will you give me your yellow shenanigans?
Yellow Shenanigans is not being given away.
No.
Sorry. But I'm glad you liked the Neon ZM review. I thought it was important that we try to show as much as we can in detail.
Yeah, no.
So we were able to do
That
that.
got crazy views.
Yeah.
You know, just talking about Ray, like I had a boss for 1 year, all he did was call me Ray. He just could not remember my name. It was just weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, Hank the
Sure thing, Ray.
build, sorry. Hank?
Hank the Evil Dwarf.
Oh, Hank the Evil Dwarf, sorry.
Good job, Ray.
I'd love to win one of the kits and I dare Sid to eat natto.
Yeah, they're
I
still
don't
talking
like
about that
that.
Dare Sid thing. I'm not against eating natto. Like,
You've eaten
yeah,
it.
I am. I'm against eating natto. I've eaten it. It's
I've
not
never
good
eaten
at
it.
all.
I'm not.
It's like, oh, but it's good
I was
for
in
you.
a sushi roll once and I was
Yeah, you got
shocked.
damasarata. You got
Yeah, I
like,
was like-
you got fooled. You got deceived. Here, have this tuna thing. It's in the sushi restaurant. It's okay.
Yeah, no, they'll hide it in anything.
Natto. Yeah. I play that trick on my friends who come to visit me in Japan. I'm like, oh, try this, knowing that it's disaster. It's just disgusting, and their faces are priceless.
But my daughter loves it.
Of course
So,
she does.
It's just acquired or
Or
genetically
drilled
given
into you at a young age.
Next, Moat. It's
Yeah.
been a year now since I built my first kit, and since then I think I made over 22 kits, all Gundams, both HGs and MGs. So thanks a lot for your videos, you guys. Is the reason why I started this hobby.
That's a nice comment, but I want to come back to that later at the end.
Okay.
Okay.
J501ST. Keep up for 5.
The 501st.
500. Sorry, I'm just. Keep up the great work, guys. Didn't know building Gundams, Gunpla existed until I stumbled across your YouTube videos. Now I'm in love with model kits, especially the RG line.
Good
I
choice.
hope Bandai keeps pumping them out. Excited for Char Zugok as well.
Char Zigok, yep,
Char
that's the one we just
Zigok.
showed. So, it's another person that kind of discovered Gunpla through our YouTube channel. That's
Streets ahead.
kind of cool.
For the next Dare Sid should eat the Neo Zeon.
I should
On a
eat the
serious
museum.
note, yeah, you should eat it. That'll be tough. I really enjoyed the live stream and hope to see more live builds in the future.
Yeah, well, we just finished one.
Yes, we
and
did.
We're going to be doing more. Like, there's talk about when the high new version car arrives next month. We'll try and do something with that, although there's no way I can build that kit in 2 hours.
No, but we'll set aside some time. At least we should get it out of the box.
And September, the Nightingale's due to arrive.
that we will do immediately.
That one we will do as much as we can because it's not as complex as an MG. From what I can tell anyway, with the shots and stuff we've seen, and I really just want to get on that immediately when it comes in here.
It's a whole new
So-
thing.
Mm-hmm.
It'll blow
So,
up.
is it my turn? My turn? I got my comments right here. I usually keep it under here, but you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got 3 kits to give away. Let's talk about the first one here. It's the Jehuti from the Zone of Enders video game.
So this is from episode 152 comments.
Yes,
on
the
HobbyLink
comments of
TV.
152. So here we go. We had 478 of them. And comment number 156, actually, Ryan, you spoiled the surprise a little bit here because you read that comment.
Oh.
We'd actually chosen these comments to talk about, and then I do the random number generator, and the same comment comes up again. So, Loat, you lucky guy, Gonna get the
A lot
Jihudi.
of.
Once again, I'll read his comment. It says, it's been a year now since I built my first kit, and since then, I think I've made over 20 Gundams, all MGs and HGs. So thanks a lot for your video. You guys were the reason I started this hobby. And that's really cool. So
Thumbs up.
we kind of got you started on a really awesome hobby. There's
We
lots
like
of-
to know we've achieved something.
That's right.
You know.
Finally, my life has some form of
Stay
meaning.
off the drugs. Get on the plastic.
That's right. Plastic doesn't kill.
Yeah.
Only the design knives. Be careful. But
Plastic builders give each other
I hope
hugs.
you're enjoying not only building the kits and watching the videos, but also kind of this sense of community that we have with like fellow modelers, people in your area, or people on the internet. As we've seen in the live stream, there's a lot of like this sense of community.
Oh yeah, no. it's-
Everybody's kind of, because you're interested in the same thing, you kind of join together. And,
and join our community on HobbyLink TV.
That's right.
As well.
Yeah, don't miss a chance. All right, so next one was Muv-Love. I've got the Muv-Love.
Ooh.
I've got the love for Muv-Love. This is the
This
Shiranui.
always sounds dirty.
I know. Which one is this? Oh, the
Type.
Takemikaduchi Type 00F.
Very cool. Love these
Yeah.
designs.
Yeah, Muv-Love's, it's pretty crazy. Reminds me of Virtual On.
Virtual on, yeah.
Now,
Now, what was his
this is
comment?
number 404 of 478. It goes
Yeah.
to a person by the name of Alex.
Alex?
It says, hi, Sid and Ryan. Nice video as always.
Hey, Alex.
You survived drinking a potion? Indeed I did, although my stomach hasn't been the same since.
Burn a hole in
It's a
his-
contradictory joke, but anyways, nice talk about the big Neo Zeon, and we hope you guys can continue Gunpla TV as hosts. Hope to win the Jehudi from the Zone of Enders. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Alex. No Jehudi for you, but you get the Muv-Love. Is that
No
close enough?
Jehudi for you.
No soup for you. Okay, last one was comment number, it was like, no, I can't remember, they didn't write the number down. It's like 15 or something.
Ooh, Zoids.
The Zoids, the Saber Tiger. This one actually did appear on one of the first episodes we
It
did
did.
on Gunpla TV way back when.
Still a lot of Zoids love out there.
Everybody still talks about that
Yeah.
kid. Jacob Rose.
Oh,
He said, where do you guys plan on putting your Neo Zeons?
pimp it, Sid.
Okay, so my turn to pimp some stuff here. We have a couple of guys going to San Diego Comic-Con.
Jim and Scott.
Starts
Scott the boss.
As of this filming, I think it starts tomorrow.
Yes.
And they're setting up the HLJ, the HobbyLink TV booth, in the San Diego Comic-Con. And they have my Neo Zeon. The one we built on the live stream is now on a table at the HLJ booth. We've signed it. And anybody who wants to go and get their picture taken with it, this is what we do in Japan when we talk about
Comic-Con
pictures.
might be over by the time you see this, but if you were there,
We did say it on the live stream.
Yeah, we did.
And maybe
We did.
we'll put some on Facebook too, just so
Yeah.
people know. But if you're at the Comic-Con and you see the Neo Zeon, take a picture of it, put it on Facebook, and you're entered to win this draw to win those Neo
HobbyLink
Zeon
TV
bags.
Facebook.
HobbyLink TV Facebook. And apparently, the dudes who took it said that they're going to maybe be giving it away or something.
Maybe.
I don't know. He wasn't quite sure about it, but he
Yeah,
doesn't
we're
want to bring
not
it back.
sure.
So
Yeah.
it might be going to somebody in San
some
Diego.
lucky person.
And then we
Hopefully a
signed it.
Gunpla TV watcher.
Hopefully. Either way, they've got a signed museum. I signed its butt. I feel like a rock star. Okay.
Signed it.
I signed its butt.
Well, it's a big butt.
And the other Neo Zeon is still not fully complete, but
No,
it's in a
no,
box just
it's
inside
in
this
a
room.
box set. It'll probably join the HLJ collection of Gunpla.
Yeah. It has no choice because we can't take it home. Okay. I got 3 more kits to give
Yep.
out. And I thought...
So, sorry, before
oh, yeah,
you stop.
go. I'm going to have a drink while you do that.
Episode 153, HobbyLink TV. Make sure you comment on that
Yeah.
specific episode or post to be in to win these
To be
prizes
included in the draw.
that Cinna's going to show you right now.
Now, okay, we've been doing RG for the last 2-3 weeks. That's all we've been talking about. So I thought, hey, let's give away some more RG. First one is going to be the
Dang.
Justice. Now, this one I actually built, I believe, for the show, but then I took it home and I did all of the markings.
Oh yeah, I
did
remember this.
All of
It's
the,
got
the
insane
stickers and the panel lining, and I flat coated it. So this kit is kind of pretty much done, but it looks pretty great.
It looks-
so this is going to somebody.
This is done by Sid.
Yeah,
Like, this
no,
is
I-
worth like $100,
No, it's
$200
not.
bucks.
No, it's not. Next one, RG Freedom. Now,
This one's a
RG
big
Freedom,
one.
it does come again, lots of stickers, especially with those wings. This guy, I have not yet got around to putting the stickers on, so that will be your job should you win this kit. And please
Should you
enjoy it.
choose to accept this?
Should you choose to accept this mission, you'll self-destruct. For 10 seconds. Dun,
Okay.
dun, dun,
Wow,
dun.
that's
And the last one's
nice.
non-RG, but I thought, we gave away the Resol Type C A and B unit last time, and everybody's like, I want that! Well, I got another one, but it's a HG version this time around. In some ways, quite a bit more stable than the MG version because you don't have to worry about the inner frame. But this guy's all good to go here. Oh, actually, which guy is this guy? It's not Type C. He's a C. Yeah. Sorry, he is. He is a Type C Defensor B unit only. Sorry, guys, not the A and B, but the B. So there you go.
He's a grunt.
He is.
Nice prizes.
I really like the colors on these ones with that orange and that grayish off-white. So there you go. Episode 153. Leave a comment. Do not spam, but feel free to, you know, participate in what's happening on that episode. And
share the love.
we will draw your name, hopefully, with a random number generator.
Yes.
And we'll be giving away more kits. And I think next week closes, this closes out July. So we have August to look forward to. We do have a holiday in there for Oban, but I believe that that big monster version CAW kit will be arriving before that, which means we're going to be seeing it within the next couple weeks.
We'll try to get it up as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, we'll be doing something with that.
So now, just a reminder to everyone that we're on YouTube.
Yep.
HobbyLink TV, our great blog, and Facebook.
Yes.
And just to remind everyone once again, this is where Ryan sings for his supper. We work for HobbyLink Japan.
That's right.
Please buy a Gundam from us. Keep us making these shows.
Okay. Also, I want to say for those who may not know, because they might have not watched episode 152, we have these big bags to give away with a Neo Zeon.
Yes.
If you have a Neo Zeon that you purchased from HLJ, take a picture of yourself with it, put it on the HobbyLink TV Facebook. We're going to be doing random draws and giving away those big carry bags as well.
There are some great pictures up already that we've seen.
With that box.
So please check it out.
That's
HobbyLink
awesome.
TV blog, not the main HLJ blog, the HobbyLink TV blog.
HobbyLink TV. Okay?
Okay.
Well, that's all I got.
That's all I got.
Okay. See you later.